repository of events that are heading towards making you reach a happier state of being mentally, physically, spiritually. We have our next session with Vaibhav Balasundaram, and he's a fabulous pranic healer, and he teaches as well as heals. And I'm going to let him speak more about his journey towards pranic healing. Hi,
Thank you.
Vaibhav. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
our session today.
Thank you so much. So, yes, that's my name. She already introduced. I started pranic healing in the year 2000. And since 2002, I've been teaching pranic healing courses. I'm a lawyer by qualification, but I don't practice law. By choice, I chose pranic healing as my full-time profession. So I worked in West Africa for 2 years for the Pranic Healing Foundation. And after that, I came back. I started my own center in Mysore. So currently I teach in India, Nepal, Israel, and Ethiopia. So these are the places where I regularly teach pranic healing courses.
Wow.
So that's
So
my
you
introduction.
think that all these are very popular in places like Ethiopia?
Ethiopia, we have started 2 years ago. So we have not reached that big publicity. It's still in the initial stages.
Okay, why did you choose a place like Ethiopia?
I was going to Israel to teach pranic healing. So the transit was Ethiopia. So I thought this is a good place, prosperous place. How come pranic healing is not there? So that's always like us, when we see something, if there's no pranic healing, we try to start pranic healing there. That's
But
our
is
passion.
pranic healing popular throughout the world?
We have pranic healing foundation in more than 120 countries.
Wow.
So it's quite popular. But mainly pranic healing is seen in the urban areas, places like Bangalore, bigger cities. So people from smaller cities, they still are not very much aware of something like this.
Right. Okay. So you also teach courses, you said, in Bangalore, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. I'm definitely enrolling. We'll get to more details on that towards the end. So pranic healing, as the word suggests, is about prana. So let's talk about what is prana.
Okay.
Give me also, yeah. Huh?
Okay, someone's mic is not mute. Yeah.
Neelam, can you please mute
Yeah,
whoever
she
is
did.
not muted?
So
I think it's Savita. Savita, can you please mute yourself?
Even the iPhone. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Savita?
I think the host can do that. They have that right.
Yeah. Neelam needs to do that.
So let's talk about prana.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'll explain it through a kind of story, because with story people can easily understand that. Okay. So we have this story of Lord Jesus. Okay. So prana is a universal concept. Don't think that it's related to Christianity because I'm telling a story from Bible. I can also tell a story from Bhagavad Gita also.
Right.
So there, in this story, Lord Jesus is in a village, and as usual, he's healing people, blessing people. So there was this lady who had a severe bleeding problem. So she could not pass the crowd and come and ask for healing. So she somehow managed to come next to Lord Jesus, and she touched the hem of his cloth. And all of a sudden, Jesus turned around and he said, "Power has flown out of me. Who touched me?" It's not that he lost all his power, but he could feel that the energy left his body. And the lady immediately said, "It was me, my Lord, and now I'm feeling better." There's an interesting story. She just touched his cloth and she felt better. And there's another story from Bhagavad Gita where Krishna healed Trivakre. Trivakre had tumors in her spine, and because of that, her spine was curved. And she did Aarti and welcomed Krishna and Balrama to Kamsa's kingdom. And out of happiness, Krishna, he just touched her spine and the tumors dissolved. So there is something that is invisible, that is flowing from a saint, from a prophet, or from a healer to a person who is suffering. So this invisible life force, it is called as prana. Okay, now prana is a life force. We call it as life force because it supports life in the physical body. And most people think that we are alive because we are eating food, we are drinking water, and we are breathing air. But that is not true. We also continuously absorb prana from the nature. In fact, the concept of prana is universally known. In India, for example, people practice pranayama. So what is pranayama? They say that it's a set of breathing exercises. Now, if it was just breathing, if it was just dealing with air, they should not use the word prana. They could have called it as vayu yama.
Correct.
Okay, so when you do breathing exercise, you regulate the flow of prana also. Okay, so this prana keeps your body alive. That's why in South India, when someone dies, we say prana hoitu. Okay, so the life force has left. Now, if you go to China, they practice Tai Chi. Tai Chi is very famous there. So Chi means prana. You go to Japan, they practice Reiki. The word ki refers to prana. You go to Israel, in Hebrew, they call it as ruah or breath of life. So that is the name for prana in the Middle East. Okay, so the concept of prana was universally known.
So prana is basically energy.
Yes.
Which is there all around us. It is
Yes.
there in our thoughts. It is there in what we wear. It is in it's there in everything, right?
Correct.
The world
Correct.
is basically energy.
Right.
So this energy cannot be created and it can't be destroyed. We know that scientifically.
Correct. Correct.
But what we are doing through pranic healing is transforming that energy that is around us.
Right.
And internalizing it. Is that correct?
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
See, pranic healing is based on two principles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first principle is called as principle of life force. Now, according to this principle, your body heals itself. Let's say someone has a fracture. The doctor, they just put a cast around the leg, right? So after 1 month, when they remove the cast, the leg is healed. Now, if you do that same thing to a broken leg of a table, you put a cast and after 1 month you remove the cast, you can't expect the table to, heal. So all living things, whether it's plant, whether it's an animal, whether it's a human being, they have this ability to heal itself. Now the question is, when there is a migraine, when there's asthma, when there is a slip disc, why the body is not able to heal itself? Why do we need medicines? So for that, we need to understand the principle of life force. So according to the principle of life force, your body uses prana to be alive, and not only that, to repair itself. When you have a lot of prana or life force in your energy body, your body heals faster. Okay, so the best example I can give you is a comparison between a child and an elderly person. A child has lots of life force, and you see them from morning to evening, they're active, and they can play in the night also if you let them. But as people grow old, the amount of prana reduces. That's why you see elderly people, their rate of recovery is much slower compared to children. Okay, so in pranic healing, we try to increase this life force, which we absorb from the nature, and we accelerate the body's self-healing abilities. It's like putting a catalyst to a chemical reaction. So that is how pranic healing works.
So we're channelizing this energy from the outside.
Correct.
And healing our own body.
Our own body, and also we use it for healing others.
Okay, so now when you're healing somebody else, are you using your energy also, or are you only using the energy around and transforming it into healing energy?
So in pranic healing, we don't use our energy. So if I use my energy and heal people, after healing 2-3 people, I become weak. Okay, so in pranic healing, we are taught to absorb life force from the nature, and we use that to heal people. So normally we receive energy from one hand and we channelize that with the other hand. So that's why if you go to temples in India, you see the idols are like that.
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes we wonder, what is this hand doing?
Right.
So this hand is used for absorbing energy. So in the olden days, the rishis and the saints, they used to practice this. So the sculptors who saw these people, they designed idols like that, because God did not come and give a pose like this. So they imitated someone. Okay, whom did they imitate? They saw God in holy people. They used to heal people like that. So they designed the idols like this.
Very interesting. So now tell me, where does pranic healing fit in with chakra balancing and with aura cleansing? There are so many modalities today. I'm sure all of them are interlinked somewhere thanks to prana and energy. But what works with pranic healing? What works with chakra healing? Do the two work together greatly, or are they separate modalities to treat different things? How do they work in their own spaces?
So for that, I'll a little bit explain about what is energy body. Okay, so then I'll explain how it is done. So if you see the pictures of the rishis or any holy people, any religion, in the photos, you see a halo around the head,
Right.
right? So this halo is not just shown there because to beautify the picture or something like that. It has a reason. This halo is a part of luminous body that exists around us. In fact, if we study Upanishad, it is mentioned that we have Annamaya Kosha, that is the physical body. We have the Pranamaya Kosha, that is the energy body. So like that, there are many subtle bodies. So this existence of the subtle bodies was discovered by a Russian scientist. Okay, his name is Dr. Simon Kirlian. In 1939, he developed a camera called as the Kirlian camera. So in this camera, they are able to capture the biomagnetic field around people, and they were able to study that when a person has any health issue, the corresponding aura is disturbed. Let's say I have a headache, the energy around my head is disturbed. Also, your thoughts and emotions affect your energy body. So sometimes when you're angry, you notice that the energy body is disturbed. So this scientific backup came since the last century, and a lot of work has been done in this. Now, inside your energy body, there are these energy centers. Okay, if you see a river, you see a whirlpool. So in the same way, there are whirling energy centers located at different parts of the body. So in India, we call this as chakras. So the chakras are whirling energy centers that control and energize various internal organs. Okay, let's say your eyes are controlled by an energy center between your eyebrows, something like that. So different chakras control different body parts. So when someone is sick, in pranic healing, we try to cleanse those chakras. Okay, so like chakra has old used up energy, so that blocks the chakra from absorbing fresh prana. So we try to remove those blockages first, and then we replace it with healthy energy. So when you do this, the body uses that energy to heal itself. Okay, so now there are many modalities like what Sheetal mentioned. Chakra balancing is there, cosmic healing is there. So there are meridians, acupuncture is there, acupressure is there. They're all different modalities which all work on the energy body and on the centers. In fact, even in acupuncture, for example, even though they insert needles in your body, they are not working on your nerves. Okay, they are working on the energy channels. They are called as meridians or nadis. So when the energy channels are blocked, the body is not receiving prana, so they fall sick. So when you clear those blockages, the body heals itself. So these are all different modalities which uses this invisible life force to heal. So in the same way, pranic healing is one of the modalities that uses the same life force and does healing. It's like a buffet. You have many things served. You can pick your plate and try everything and eat what you like.
No, that's, I was just telling you before we started the session that I've been a great believer in alternative therapies. I think for me, like I told you, acupressure, acupuncture works better than a physiotherapy session. So things like that, like I had a knee issue and I went for 3 weeks for physiotherapy where they did traction, they did the heat, they did the ice, they did name it, and IFT. Nothing was, it would last, the effect would last for half an hour. But then I remembered my acupressurist and I called him and I said, doc, my knee, and 3 days later, just 3 days, and I was 80% better. I mean, this has always worked for me. This has always worked for me. So I strongly promote this. Interestingly, since you spoke about electromagnet fields and biomagnetic fields around us, since we are in the time of COVID, Abu Dhabi has created an app on the phones where the security people at malls are just scanning you. And if there's any disturbance in your electromagnetic waves around you, you're showing us positive.
Oh.
So that's their way of immediately screening in 2 seconds.
Wow.
So that's a fabulous implementation of this kind of science. Amazing. And it is a science.
Definitely.
So, yes. So tell me, doc, so the human aura can be cleansed. Can we do it for ourselves?
Definitely, yes. So we actually conduct trainings where we teach people practically as to how to do all these things. And the approach is very, very straight and scientific. In fact, at the beginning of the course, we clearly tell people, in fact, this is the approach of the founder of pranic healing. His name is Master Chow Kok Sui. So he's a chemical engineer and he's into business. So he always believed that you should encourage people to use their intelligence. Don't force them to believe something because a guru said so, because a document said so in the internet. He always said have a open mind and an experimental approach. So even in pranic healing course, when people come to us, we always give them practical training. And it's like a swimming course. So you learn, you experience, and then you believe or not believe. So it's something like that. In the course, we tell people, we teach a technique, they will experiment, and then they'll believe it or not, something like that.
So we have a lot of people who are very skeptical about alternative therapies.
Correct.
I have two questions for you. What are the steps involved, and how do we validate it? How do we validate that there is this energy that we can use to heal? So
there are two experiments. There are two experiments I can actually make you experience. Number one, I can all guide you through an experiment as to feeling the energy. You can actually touch, you can feel the energy. Okay. Now, again, I don't want you to believe. You will do that experiment now. That is number one. The second experiment I'm going to do is I will demonstrate. I'll take one of your audiences. Okay. They will come on the video and I'll demonstrate a distant healing session for them. If it is a minor pain or discomfort, if you have an old one, it will take more time. So anyone having a minor pain discomfort, they can volunteer later. So we'll take them on the live and we'll demonstrate the healing, because nothing is supposed to be believed blindly.
Yes, I agree, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is something I know that you can feel. Like I was telling you, my first experience with pranic healing was 22 years ago, where I discovered this wonderful lady who was practicing, I think one of the earliest practitioners in Bangalore. And she treated my mother for sinus with a combination of pranic and a breathing technique which breaks that bone.
Okay.
And also she cured me of my PCOD at the time.
Amazing.
So yeah, so I've been a believer since then, and she made me do something which I can't remember what she did.
We'll do it now. Yeah. We'll do it now.
So I know you can experience it. So I thought this would be great if we could make all our viewers actually experience that energy. Sure. So I want to know, do you want to what are the steps involved first, or do you want to first create?
I will guide them as they do it now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I want all of you to first gently press the center of your palm. Okay. And all your fingertips. Okay. And then just do like this for about 10 times. Just stretch your fingers. Okay. Next, you should touch the tip of your tongue to your upper palate. Okay. This is a kind of mudra. We call it as Kechari mudra, which improves your focus and energy. Okay. So keep your tongue like that. Now keep your hands like this, facing each other with a distance of about 5 to 6 inches. Okay. Have a smile. Inhale and exhale slowly. Just be aware of the center of the palm and your fingertips. Now slowly move your hands away and bring them closer. Continue to move your hands farther and closer. Just be aware of the center of the palm and your fingertips. Okay, now try to move your hands in a circular motion. You may look at my hands. Okay, don't be very serious. Have a smile. Smile allows the prana to circulate in your body. Okay, you can change the direction, move it in the reverse way. Okay, do you feel something between your palms?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sheetal, what did you feel?
More on my fingertips, doc, than my center. My fingertips are tingling.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So tingling is something people are very sensitive can experience. Normally, what people experience is a magnetic sensation or a warming or a cooling sensation. Tingling is something, it's
so
not
all
very.
My viewers here today in your chat, please mention what you
I request all the people to participate and share your views also. so that it gives us good feedback. I felt magnetic force. See, so
Did
people
you feel
can
warm? Did you feel cold? Did you feel a tingling? Could you feel the energy? Not feel it?
repulsion. Okay,
Ah,
that's nice. Okay, others, you may put your feedback on the chat box also. Okay, so this is a very simple experiment. You can do it anytime during the day and you can easily feel. Fingers felt mildly sensitive. Yes. Okay, so why do we have this? Okay, on Facebook, someone said magnetic force. That's nice. Ball of energy. So why do we have this? So when you keep your hand like this, when you focus and when you connect your tongue to palate, there are energy centers here. Okay, if you go to temples, you see the hands of the deities, you'll see a flower. Okay,
yes.
that is again energy center. That's a chakra, small chakra. So when you do that, they get activated. And when you do like this, you create an energy ball, energy field between your palms.
Mm.
I think some of you have seen this Kung Fu Panda 3 movie.
Yes.
Okay, Master Shifu makes
Yes.
the energy ball and he puts it on the plant, and the plant will, become all right. Now, don't expect such miracles to happen now, but this is a kind of energy field that you all created between your palms, and it can easily be experienced. It can be felt. Okay, so the objective of this workshop is to help you to, feel what we are talking about. Yeah. So
I
now
felt
we,
the tingling.
yes, Sheetal. Okay, many feedbacks are coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
felt tingling.
Wow.
Honestly, someone said warm sensation. Thank
So
you.
everybody's felt the energy, which is great.
That's fantastic. Okay,
Yeah.
now people who did not feel anything, no problem. You just do it for some more time. Okay, continue doing this for another minute. You'll be able to easily feel that.
So Vaibhav, while we are doing this, the tongue has to be on the palate, right?
Yes, yes. So that helps us to focus.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now, let's go to the second experiment. The second experiment is, I told you that I'll do a distant healing session.
Yeah.
So I would request one of our audience to volunteer to raise your virtual hand in the Zoom this thing. So we'll highlight your video and we'll be able to help you. Someone named R has put a mark like this, thumbs up. Can we request you to switch on your video, please?
Neelam, can you please allow her to come on to the video?
My video is on,
Yeah.
Sheetal.
Now we can see you.
Hi.
Thank you.
Good evening, doctor. Yeah.
You can call me as Vaibhav. I'm not a
Okay.
medical doctor.
Yeah, none of us are. But we are.
Okay, so what's your good name?
I am Richa.
Richa.
Yes.
So Richa, what's the problem that you're
Well, I have a lot of trembling and, trembling of hands and feet. And at the same time, sometimes I don't even have a sensation. So, I would slip a plate or something like that. So it's like,
even now you have that? That's a chronic one.
yeah, it's been there since a very long time. Yeah.
Okay.
So for that, I don't know how much you can feel better in one session like this, because
Let's see.
or if you have a pain or discomfort, I can demonstrate. That's easily measurable.
Pain
Something.
and okay, which is measured. Okay, some knee pain on my left
Okay.
knee. A few days back, I had very severe one, but now I can just feel a little bit discomfort there.
Just walk around, flex your knee in a scale of 1 to 10. Measure how much it is.
The stiffness is still there, in which we can say on a scale
Or
of
just
10.
sit on a chair and get up if you can feel any difference.
Yes. Okay. Yes, like there is stiffness while getting up, slight pain. Yeah.
In a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you rate that?
6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
Left knee, right?
Now, I mean, actually, left was more. This is in both the knees, I can tell you.
This is in both the knees.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
I'll work on both the knees now.
Right.
Okay. So some of you might think, how is this possible? Now, my friends, we are in a wireless technology. Era of wireless, you can do many things without a cable or net, this thing. So pranic healing is also something like that. Since we are connected through the energy, we can heal anyone who is on the planet. Okay, so I'll be doing something like that now. So the first step in pranic healing is to clean the affected area.
Right.
So Richa has told that her knees are hurting. So I'm going to do cleansing on the knee area. So I'll be using my hands. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just do healing. Now I request all the audience not to imitate. Okay, this requires training. or you may end up, doing wrong things, or absorbing the dirty energy of your patients. Okay, this is just for observation. Don't imitate. If you want to learn, I can provide you details of that. But for now, just observe. Richard, don't cross your legs. Keep your legs open.
Yes.
Just be receptive. Slightly bend your head forward. Just mentally say, I accept the healing. Okay, so this process is called as cleansing, where I'm trying to remove all the old used up energies in that part. Okay, so now to me, the knees are appearing much brighter. I'll just ask her if she's feeling any difference. I'm not energized, I've just cleaned. Richa, can you just check your knee now?
Oh my God. I mean, there is a change. There is, I mean, lightness, and there's no stiffness anymore.
Okay, so I'll just clean. So I'm gonna energize now. Okay, that's the second part. So I'm absorbing energy from one hand, because I don't give my energy. If I give my energy, then I'll have to borrow some energy from Sheetal later. Okay, so I'll absorb energy from the nature, and with my other hand, I'm transferring the energy. First, I'm giving energy to her left knee. And to her right knee now. Yes, Richa, can you do a check?
This is like, I mean, this is amazing. I mean, thank you so much, doctor. I mean, yeah, I'll call you doctor because you healed me. So, but this is just beautiful. I mean, and it's so effective. This is really effective, because just even while attending your session, I was just lying down because I had so much of discomfort. And now I'm just feeling so much energized. And, I was like, whether should I attend this or not? But then I said, okay, I'm 15 minutes late. Never mind. Let me do this.
You're destined to heal.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, this is amazing. I'll just write something in the chat box also.
Rika,
Thank
you.
you.
In a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you rate yourself now? Earlier it was 6.
I can tell you 11, and I'm not exaggerating.
No, not 11. The pain, how much was the pain score? Earlier you said the pain was 6, right? 6, yeah. But I am telling you it's 0. It's 0. But the effectiveness of what you've just done right now, the healing, is 11. Okay, beyond 100%. Yeah, this is like the pain is not there anymore. It's 0 pain and 0 stiffness. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, so much of gratitude to both of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just the right time and the right place.
Yeah.
I like to share a personal story. So my dad.
Before you go there, I want to know, how long will this effect last?
This effect will last for, in her case, it's more or less permanent. Maybe the pain may come back 20% and then it will gradually heal, because this is a simple one.
Right.
If it's a chronic one, then the pain would have come back after several hours, and then again we do healing. So it's a process, we do healing for several weeks or months, depending on the severity of the problem. In her case, I think it's a sprain or something that she had recently, and that was almost healed.
Yeah.
Richa, I request you to go mute now.
Yes.
Yeah, Vaibhav, you were telling some story.
Yeah. So my dad had this gallbladder stone. This was about five years back. So I told him, why don't you try pranic healing for a month? After that, if the stone is not there, you just leave the surgery. So he was somehow convinced by the doctors to undergo the surgery. So he underwent the surgery, and I was in Mysore. So the surgery was in Bangalore. They stay in Bangalore. So my mom called me up around 1:30 in the afternoon, and she was crying in the phone. So I asked what happened. So she said the doctors had told that it's a simple surgery, but now they are saying they are helpless because the anesthesia had a radical reaction on his body, and he has a respiratory failure. So they said he may not survive. So immediately I was in the house and I started doing distance healing for my dad. And my mom was still on the line. And then after about 10 minutes, I could feel the energy of the lungs and the trachea improve. And I told, I'm sure he's okay by now. Let's just wait for the doctors. And immediately doctor also came. He said, I think your prayers are answered. He started breathing on his own now. So just for observation, we'll keep him in the ICU for the next 2 hours. Then we'll put him in the general ward. So evening, my mom told him, about what happened in the afternoon, because he was very much positive about, there is no risk, nothing, the surgery is just a 1 hour procedure, it will all finish. And, they do the endoscopy technique. So it's very simple. And when something like this happens, nobody can, do anything. So my dad was very grateful after that. And this is one of the biggest gift I received from pranic healing. See, I have healed many patients, that is different. But this was something very personal. And I can't, even if someone gives $1 million to me, it will not give my dad back. Okay, so this was something I really always tell people.
Brought this up at such a good time, Vaibhav. I've discovered I have gallbladder stones, and I've been told I should go in for a surgery.
Okay. Then you try this. Yeah, please.
As soon as this session is over.
Yeah, please. And see, what the point is, most of us have faced these problems. Our loved ones are in the hospital, and we cry, we pray, we can't do anything more than that. This is something that anyone can do. It doesn't need special skill. You don't need to be psychic to do this. I was a second PUC student when I studied pranic healing. I was 17-year-old. Okay, so that was the time I studied. And because I practiced, I could save my dad's life. So my appeal to all the people who are watching this program is, at least you or anyone in the family learns this course, and your investment is much, much cheaper compared to your smartphones. Okay, and this skill will last for the lifetime. And you can do something for your loved ones. If you can heal your elderly parents' arthritis, how much blessings they give you. Or if your child is sick in the night, some nose block, some stomach pain, they have fever, you do something about that, how much of satisfaction it gives you. Or if your child is not able to study in the school, there are some focus problems, you can do healing for that.
But tell me, Vaibhav, at what point medically is pranic healing not going to work?
If the disease has reached a certain stage, okay, like 4th stage of cancer, we can't do anything to revive the patient, but definitely we can improve the quality of the life.
Okay.
So not in all the cases patients get completely healed. If the disease is very severe, we can only manage it. Like diabetes, people are taking high doses of insulin. They have reduced it so much after doing pranic healing. But if you ask, can diabetes be cured completely? My answer is no. But it's better than taking certain chemicals into your body that will give some other side effect. And for that, you take one more medicine. So it's a kind of chain. You get into a kind of spider web. You start taking something and it leads to something else. So pranic healing is a complementary therapy.
Even allopathy medicine is only actually helping you control your symptoms.
That is true. That is true.
Curing you. So
that is why Master Choa always used to encourage us to have an integrated approach. Integrated approach means you treat your physical body with herbs, chemicals, whatever you want. Plus, you also treat your energy body through pranic healing. So when you do that, the chances of recovery is very high.
Right.
And I've seen that. I have seen people who had asthma, they're completely healed. Migraine being completely healed, for which patients have taken medicines for almost 5 years and 10 years, and they would not know when they will stop.
So basically, where we can avoid taking too much allopathy, and if pranic healing and alternative therapy works, we should definitely opt for that and put less chemicals in our body.
What we are going to lose?
Yeah, absolutely nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. What are the other things that we can do in our spaces, in our worlds, in our homes that are simple to do to energize, to clean the energy around us? Because if you're absorbing that energy, the energy around us needs to be nice and clean.
True.
So you said you're going to talk to us a little bit about how to cleanse the energy in your home.
That is true. See, this is very important. This is called as etheric hygiene. We all know about physical hygiene. We clean the house, we take baths to get rid of germs and bacteria. But what we realize after doing this pranic healing course is that the energy around us, the energy of the house, the energy of the building where we work, all influence us. You're like a fish. If the water is dirty, the fish will get affected. So the energy of your house plays a major role in the harmony and health of the people staying in the house. Okay, so number one, to clean the energy of your own body, you have to take regular salt water bath. Okay, so how to take salt water bath? You take a liter of water, add a hand or 1 or 2 handful of salt, dissolve it, put it on your body, leave it for 2-3 minutes, and then wash it off with fresh water. Okay, so this is for your energy hygiene. Your aura gets cleaned because of that. You try it in the evenings after you come from office. You do this, you'll feel that all the stress is gone. And you don't have to release the stress on your spouse and create problems in the house.
So just to reiterate, you're saying in 1 liter of water, 2 handfuls of salt, any salt or Epsom?
Any salt will do, sea salt.
Okay.
Dissolve it and pour that water, apply it on all over your body.
Including the head.
Including the head. Nothing happens. People think that they'll have gray hair. That is a myth. Because the fishermen, they live in salt water.
Don't wash our hair every day, Weber.
Of course, yeah. For ladies, whenever you wash your head, you put it on that day. Okay. And after that, we are going to wash it with fresh water. So nothing happens to your hair or skin.
Okay.
So that is a very good practice, and you can prevent many diseases. Especially in the pandemic, I tell everyone to practice this.
Okay,
so it's very important.
Water and let it be on our body for
Let it be on your body for 2-3 minutes, then wash it.
Okay.
Very helpful technique, and it will give you a very sound sleep. Many people have problems sleeping. They sleep, they get up in the night, and when they get up in the morning, they don't feel fresh. Try salt water bath for 2 weeks and see what you feel.
Warm water, room temperature water,
any temperature, whichever they're comfortable with. Okay. So that is one. Secondly, the energy of the house is also very important.
Correct.
So number one, the energy of the house is affected by the ventilation. So avoid keeping your windows, doors closed all the time. At least leave 2-3 hours. At least during the daytime, you can leave it open, allow the light and the air to circulate in the house. This is one. The nature has a way of recycling things. So let it do. Okay, that is one. Number two, you can also burn incense, especially the sambrani, the frankincense, and lavender incense, sandalwood incense. These things are very healthy to purify the energy of the house. Okay, so this I think we all do regularly. When we do puja, we lit agarbattis there. But the problem is we lit agarbattis only in the puja room. That place gets clean. What about the bedroom? What about the restroom? I would suggest that you lit agarbattis in different corners of the house so that your entire house is cleansed. And also play some chantings according to your religious beliefs. Play some chantings, especially the Sanskrit chantings. Increase the rate of vibration. And I'm not specific to recommending any specific mantra. Okay, I believe that God is universal. Whenever you think of God, the energy still comes. So according to your religious beliefs, you all have your own religious chantings. So play that every day for at least half an hour, and it brings positive vibrations to the house. So instead of, sometimes people tell, the moment I go to my house, I feel like fighting. So that is because the house is already polluted with psychic energies. So once you regularly cleanse your house, these fights, frictions, everything will reduce.
Okay.
And there's one beautiful meditation.
Who are allergic to incense and
that's a good question. Many people are allergic to incense, so they can use natural diffusers.
Okay.
That will work.
So those oil ones.
The essential oil ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lavender is a good one.
Or even, lavender is good one. Or even the scented candles, lavender ones are very good.
Okay. Super.
And I would strongly suggest that you should do a meditation. Maybe we'll have one more session. I will teach you how to do that meditation once. So this meditation is called as Twin Hearts meditation. So this meditation, Twin Hearts meditation.
Twin Hearts. Okay.
Yeah. It's a beautiful meditation. It's all about love and blessing everyone with love.
Oh, lovely. How long is that meditation?
It's just a 20-minute meditation.
Okay. So maybe we have another.
So we'll have one session for that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that will be great. People can really start practicing that in the house, and the whole atmosphere in the house will change because of the meditation.
Okay. Lovely. So now tell me, So for anybody who wants to reiterate the benefits of this, what are the benefits of pranic healing? Like,
benefits of pranic healing. See, pranic healing is applicable to all the aspects of your life. Physically, you can be more healthy. Okay. Forget about treating a cancer. If you can heal yourself, if you have a headache and you can fix it, or when you're traveling, your stomach is upset, if you can fix that, that itself is great. Okay. So that we know how to take care of ourselves. Otherwise, our problems becomes problem to others also. Okay. So health benefits. Number two, emotional benefits. So if you have stress, irritation, or long-standing obsessive thoughts, there are treatments for that. Or if you're addicted to, let's say, eating sweets, this is a common problem, especially lockdown. People are crazy about food. Okay, a lot of recipes. So if you know how to remove that, you can easily regulate your food intake, because a lot of people exercise, but they don't work on their diet. So we can remove those food cravings so that they become more disciplined in their life. Also, addictions like alcoholism, smoking can be healed through pranic healing. Next comes mental clarity. You know, when there are learning disabilities, children have learning disabilities, they're not able to focus, they have memory issues, or sometimes they've been criticized by the parents or the children or the teachers in the school, which affects their ability to study. Sometimes, you know, we have seen in the movies also, someone is called always stupid, dumb all the time. The children tend to accept those energies. So how to remove those energies, how to improve the memory and concentration, and how to heal anxiety in children. A lot of children are experiencing anxiety because of the pressure that they experience. So how to remove that, and how to protect your children from unwholesome companies in the school, or if sometime they get ragged, how to protect them. The shielding techniques are taught. Then
so
pranic healing, yes.
how many sessions would I have to do with you to learn how to do a healing for myself and my immediate family?
See, if it is a simple problem, just one level. If it is a chronic issue, let's say someone had a slip disc, or you know, or a heart problem, so that's second level, advanced pranic healing course. Psychological problems comes under the third level of pranic healing, psychotherapy. Okay, 3 levels will take care of most of the day-to-day issues that we face in our life. Then we have other specialization course. If you want to, you know, go further in pranic healing, you want to do it like a profession, or if you want to incorporate pranic healing in your business, there are other courses.
How would I employ pranic healing in my business?
Because business is also energy. Okay, so you will know how to feel, let's say, stress energy in your office. So remove that, increase the productivity of your staff. And we use also small mirrors, concave and convex mirrors, to balance the feng shui of the place and to bring positive vibrations in the business place. Okay, so that is for business. Then we have a Kriya Shakti course, that is the art of manifesting your thoughts. Okay, so there are many courses that are designed for finances, designed for health and emotional well-being, and also spirituality. Spirituality is something that's very important. Most of the problems in the world today are because we are deviating from that.
Any more questions? So I suggest everybody practice that energy ball at home and just feel that energy. And we've shared Vaibhav's number with you also.
That's not my number.
This is Neelam's number.
I typed it now.
Yeah, that's Vaibhav's number. All those on Facebook, please connect with the number given 80766576667 for details on Vaibhav's contact details. Thank you so much, Vaibhav. This has been so enlightening, and I always like to leave everybody with something to take back and practice at home. So this salt bath is definitely something that I'm going to start practicing and enforcing at home. Ventilation is always good, but like I said, my mom is allergic to any strong incense and stuff. So we do light the sambrami once a week at least, but we lock her up in a room somewhere. But the diffuser is on quite a bit. Scented candles and diffusers are on.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
And chantings.
Pardon?
Chantings.
Chantings, yes. I'm going to start that. Yeah. Dad used to play actually. I don't know why he has stopped playing the mantras in the morning. So I'm going to make him start that again. Yeah. Thank you so much, Vaibhav. And I'm going to give you a call soon for my gallbladder and healing.
Sure. We'll
Thank
connect.
you so much.
Thank
If
you.
any more questions, people? No, I think we've covered everything. Neelam, anything on Facebook that I need to cover here? Okay. Thank you so much, Vaibhav. And we will do one quick session sometime in between for the twin heart meditation.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Thank you, everybody. Like I said, baby steps towards life hacks and all towards the common goal of a happy as. If I'm happy and you're happy, we're going to be collectively happy. So let's all find that space. Thank you so much and join me next Sunday again. Thank you, Vaibhav.
Pleasure. Bye.
Thank you.